everybody's talking about what's happening in the world with the economy and all that stuff, and you hear about all these conspiracy theories, and people are ready to run away to some foreign place. Well, I'm not going no place. I'm staying right here. And I'm going to, work out my situation right here, and I'm going to be a voice about what's happening here, politically and with the economy in this country. It's a disaster. And we're in the hands of people that we're going to have to get rid of some of these people, get rid of some of the baggage here, that are people that are not truly representing the people, and they're representing the banks and the big money people. We got to get rid of them. We're on the verge of doing that. This country is coming to an impasse where people are going to demand that this be a true democratic free enterprise society. But the real problem here is not the economy in this country, it's the misinformation that people are getting that are making us sick. We are one of the sickest countries in the world. That's our major problem. We have a poor very bad healthcare system in this country. We have to start educating the young people. People should be learning how to be healthy, how to eat healthy, how to eat a healthy life. They should be starting in elementary school. That's not happening. You go into an elementary school. I have 2 daughters that are teachers. You go into an elementary school, and the lunches they're serving the kids in school is not fit for human consumption. And they're wondering why kids are having ear infections, having all the problems they're having, and constantly on antibiotics and doing all these things, because what we're doing, we're setting them up to raise a sick younger generation. A lot of young kids today are constantly on having ear infections and having all kinds of problems, and they're walking around constantly needing some kind of medication. Right now, this time of the year, this is when everybody starts to run into problems, because the temperature's dropping down below 50 degrees. People are eating all that garbage. They're not getting out in the fresh air anymore, and they're not out in the fresh air getting plenty of clean air, and they're eating all this processed, a lot of cooked food. With the holidays coming, they're overdoing themselves, so they're going to be getting sick. They're going to be getting the flu. They're going to be getting upper respiratory infections. Everybody's walking around. They'll be walking around coughing. Has nothing to do with the time of the year. I'm sorry about that. It does have something to do with the time of the year. It has nothing to do, it's just that we're making a mistake, because we're not getting out in the fresh air. We're eating all this concentrated processed food. We're drinking more, partying more, celebrating more, and what happens? We're going to get sick more, because the body's trying to eliminate what we're trying to do to it. But the people that stick to their parameters, need a healthy diet, this time of the year, I don't get sick at this time of the year. And people that do this right don't get sick at this time of the year. And if you don't get enough rest, you might get a little runny nose for a day if you're not getting enough rest. Rest is the common denominator there. So this is basically a simple message. Now, this time of the year, everybody's going to be eating a lot of turkey and eating a lot of pastries, and for both holidays, and everybody's celebrating, and they're off from work, and you'll see. I mean, one of the big things I see is, after the New Year's, I'm flooded with people that want to come in, and they say they're sick. They were sick for 2 weeks, and they got bad sore throats, and they're running fevers, and they're developing new diseases. People coming up with arthritis and type 2 diabetes. Of course, after the holidays, more people are going to have type 2 diabetes. It's just perfect logic. All these problems develop. Most of them come from a conservative estimate, my estimation is that 85% of our problems come from our violating natural law. Not having not being spiritually grounded, eating too much processed food, eating some processed food, eating too much animal protein, and of course, people are medicating themselves today. They're sick and they're having all kinds of problems, even mostly psychological. So they start medicating themselves with recreational drugs and alcohol, and they go to a doctor, they get hooked into all these pharmaceuticals. So they get caught in this maze where most people shouldn't be there. It's not necessary.